Welcome to using a URL shortener and why they're so helpful. So what's a URL shortener? This is a handy tool that makes a short, easy to remember, customizable URL, which is a link, to your book. There are several providers to use, but we recommend bitly.com. And note that we're not affiliated with them, we just really like using their site. So you can create a free Bitly account or you can utilize one of their paid versions. And for the record, I've had the free one for years and I've never felt the need to upgrade. So while you're starting out, the free version is totally acceptable and it does exactly what you'll need. So how does it work? Instead of having a long and ugly link to your book like this one below, which links to my book on the Apple Store, I use Bitly, the URL shortener, to make the same link look like this, bit.ly/the immortal mark. So now you can see the book title, which is The Immortal Mark, and the link. It's clean, it's easy to remember, and it tells the reader what they're going to get. I also utilize keywords like free to make links more obvious that you're getting a free book, such as bit.ly/BIMNookFree. So here this stands for Believe in Me, which is the title of my book, that it's the Nook link instead of the Amazon or a generic link, and that it's a free download. I also have this one below called bit.ly/free.su ebook, which is the universal link to my free ebook of Summer Unplugged. So you can use these for personal use as well. It's not just for the reader's benefit. You can make the link say whatever you want it to say as a benefit to yourself. I make these links as an easy reference for myself so that I know which one to use in my promotions, on my website, etc. For my wide books that are on many different retailers, I create a URL for each store like so. So I have one for the Immortal Mark BN, which is the Barnes & Noble link, the Immortal Mark Google, which is the Google Play link, and Immortal Mark Audio, which is the audiobook link. So to use Bitly, you just go to bitly.com and they have it's really user-friendly, really handy, easy website. It'll have a big link at the top that says create your own URL. And you click it and you paste in your URL. And then this window right here on the right will pop up. And so what it does is it automatically generates right here in the orange just a random shortened URL. Like right here it says amzn.2/ and then a bunch of numbers and letters. So you can use its automatically generated link if you want. Sometimes I do if I'm just being lazy. Or down at the bottom where it says customized back half, that's where you can type in whatever you want it to say. So for example, I can type in LATG Book 1, which is my Love at the Gym Book 1 link. And that's a link that I would be using for myself because it doesn't really mean anything to anyone else. But I can type that in and hit enter and it will save it. And as you see up top where it's in orange, it changes the automatically generated URL to the one that I created. The benefits of this is that you get a nice, easy to remember URL, and it's also much shorter, so it looks better on Facebook posts or Twitter posts. It's not some long strand of URL nonsense. But there are other reasons to use it as well. Bitly, which even their free plan, keeps track of how many times your link is clicked. It also tracks where it was clicked, like if it came from Facebook, Twitter, email, or whatever. So I think it's really interesting to use that same link, like say if I'm promoting a sale, I can use the same link everywhere and then I can see do more people click from Twitter or Facebook or from email or where does it come from? It can be really helpful in your marketing strategies. If you arrange a newsletter swap with someone, you can give them a Bitly link to your book, and then you'll be able to track how many of their newsletter subscribers clicked your link. That's assuming you only give the link to one person. So in this situation, you could make the same link a million different times. You could, in that case, I would just keep it the randomly generated link that Bitly creates. Make several different links and give one link to each individual person that's sharing your book. And then you can go back and track it and you can see who got the most clicks. And then that's someone that you really want to swap your books with and you really want to have them promoting your books because clearly they have readers that like what you write and they're going to click on your links. You can also track the clickability of your new series. I make a new unique Bitly link for each new book in my series and I link that in the back of the book before it. So for example, I'll make a link called Book 2 Back Matter. And I'll link that to book 2, or I'll link to book 2 in the back of book 1 using this link. So then I can log into Bitly and I can see how many people clicked that link. And since I know I only use that link in the back of the ebook of book 1, I'll know exactly how many readers chose to click that link on their e-reader. So This is really beneficial because, so say at the end of book 1, I will write a little paragraph that says, thank you for reading. You can keep reading and by checking out book 2 here. And I'll put that link that I only use in the back of this book. I don't use that link anywhere else, just in the back of this book. And then I can go back and check. Say I sold 500 copies of book 1 and I had 300 clicks of that link, then I know that 300 people read through book 1 and decided to click it. And it's just really interesting, and it can help with your data and with your promotion, and to just see what are readers actually clicking on when they get to the end of your book, or if they're clicking at all, if they're interested enough to continue to read the rest of your series. So it's also beneficial for aesthetics. A clean, simple URL just looks better. Readers are more likely to click on something that's short and simple as opposed to some monstrosity that looks like this. So here's a tip for the Amazon URLs. If you're ever sharing your regular Amazon link for whatever reason, be sure to get rid of all that stuff at the end. The clean link, for example, would be an Amazon.com / just basically everything in the red, DP / and then that last number is my ASIN. So you can see down here, this in the blue and red link is the only real link that you need to get to Amazon. You do not need all that extra junk that sometimes appears in the toolbar if you reach up on your browser and copy it. So if you see an Amazon URL followed by the letters DP, sometimes it's GP instead of DP, then the ASIN number of the book. That is all that you truly need for your Amazon link. And honestly, I prefer to use those clean links anyway, because it's just cleaner and less cluttered. Okay, so try your own shortened URLs now at bit.ly.com and let me know in the Facebook group, or you can message me if you have any questions or if you think of any unique, interesting ways to use your shortened URLs.